Sinisiguro ng international human rights law na ang lahat ng mamamayan ay nakakatanggap na pantay-pantay na respeto at dignidad and also naninig ko ano basic needs ng mga tao. So, next. Key principles of international human rights law. So, we have here universality. So, what is universality? Human rights are universal, meaning they apply to everyone and everywhere. This means that every individual, regardless of their background or relation, is entitled to the same fundamental rights. So, lahat po ng tao ay may karapatan sa international human rights or lahat po sila ay or pwedeng tulangan ang international human rights law na mayaman naman o mahirap pwede mong gamitin ng international human rights law na meron tayo. So next, inherent. So what is inherent? Human rights are inherent, meaning they are not granted by any state or authority. They belong to every human being simply because they are human. So, international human rights na is inherent, meaning hindi na ito pinibigay ng gobyerno, bagkos pinanganak ka, may karapatan na sa lahat at mamamatay ka may karapatan sa lahat. So, next one is indivisibility. Human rights are indivisible, meaning they are all equally important and cannot be separated. This means that states cannot prioritize certain rights over others. So, indivisibility. So, human rights are indivisible, meaning we're all equally important and cannot be separated from others, and also this means that states cannot prioritize a certain human rights over others. So next, interdependence. So what is interdependence? Human rights are interdependent, meaning they are all connected and dependent on each other. This means that the realization of one right can contribute to the realization of other rights. Next, equality and non-discrimination. So, all individuals are equal and entitled to the same rights regardless of their differences. And this means that states ensure that all individuals are treated equally and no one is discriminated against. And the last one, accountability. States are accountable for upholding human rights and must believe that individuals and groups have the right to seek redress for human rights. So, our next topic, sources of international human rights law. So, international human rights law is the right for a variety of sources, which is treaties, customary international law, general principles of law, and legal decisions. So, treaties. Treaties are formal agreements between states that are legally binding on the parties that have signed and ratified them. Some of the most important human rights treaties include the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and the last one, International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. So, mamaya, i-discuss po yun ni Teacher Rain, kaya nakagalit na ba ito? So, next is customary international law. So, what is customary international law? So, this law consists of unwritten rules that have become binding on states through the consistent practice and acceptance as law. customary international law. So, next one, general principles of law. So, the general principles of law are principles that are recognized by most legal systems and are considered to be fundamental to the administration of justice. And also, we're done now, and to our next topic, the International Human Rights Instrument. So, the International Bill of Rights is a collection of three documents that are foundations of international human rights law, which is also first, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, also International Convention on Social and Cultural Rights. So I will pass my thought to Teacher Ray, and she will be the one to discuss that during the last topic.
Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Ray Pagatunan, and we're discussing the International Human Rights Instrument. The International Bill of Rights is a collection of key documents that form the foundation of international human rights law. So, the first one is International Declaration of Human Rights. So, this declaration was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly and in 1948 and set out the fundamental human rights that all individuals are entitled to. So, second, International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. This covenant was adopted in 1966 and entered into force in 1976. It focuses on civil and political rights, such as the right to life, freedom of expression, and then fair trial. And then finally, International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Political Rights. This covenant was adopted in 1966 and entered into force in 1976. It focuses on economic, social, and cultural rights. Such as the right to work, the right to faith, and the right to health.
So, ayun. In addition lang po sa discuss po ni Teacher Ray, so, here, ano nga ba ang foundations ng International Human Rights Law? So, saan nga ba nagmula ito? Atin itong tatalakayin ngayon. So, unang-una, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So, this declaration was adopted by United Nations
and promoting a world where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. So, sinasabi dito na pinoprotektahan nito ang framework and pinopromote